Welcome back, everyone. Today we're in the Giants editor, and I'm Jewel, and as you can see, we're on the BGA area again. We have more to add, so we're going to add the BGA hall, and we need to get the ground prepped, or we could just go ahead and bring in the building so we can see where we need our ground prepped. You can put it wherever you want. You don't have to put it in the same spot it was in Elm Creek. I don't mind it being that in that spot because it's kind of a good spot because it's close to where we're going to be working with the equipment. So I feel like I would want it over here. So it's not that big a deal to me. So I'm going to put it there. But if you don't want to put it there, put it where you want. It really doesn't matter. So we're going to get started. This is going to be the basic area between this light and that light. And if we'll go to the main game map in Giants Editor, you can see this is where they had it between that light and that light is basically the same lights that I just showed you. And you can see the setup. They actually have bunkers here, uh, one here and one there. The silage bunker or whatever for the BGA bunker. So we'll do that obviously probably on the next episode most likely. If you're new and you want to learn how to get some of this stuff in here, look back. I have some tutorials. I have the tutorial how to get the BGA buildings in, these little mixers here in, how to get this biogas station in, how to get this little bitty thing over here. It's called a charging station in, how to get this weighing station in there. So I have a bunch of tutorials on how to do that. So if you want to learn, go look back. And I even have one where I just put this and show you how to get the ground right and all that stuff. Because, this isn't the same level. You got to situate everything. So if you want to see all that, you can go back and look. There's the bunkers, but I hadn't put them where I want them yet. I just kind of threw them over there. So, but let's get started. Go ahead and smash that like button if you like these videos, want to see more. Please subscribe. It helps the channel grow. I appreciate it. If you found it useful, it would greatly help me if you would subscribe. And I thank you and I appreciate you. Now, you're going to come up here to File and you're going to left click on it and you're going to click Import. And in this case, it goes back to charging station because that's the last thing we did. But we're going to go to D drive for me. Yours might be C drive though, so click on it and go that route if you have to. Could be program files 86, could be Steam, could be Steam apps, common, and then whichever farming sim you have, and then data and so on. For me, it's D drive, Steam library, Steam apps, common, farm sim 22, data, and then you gotta go find what you need. So we're gonna go to placeables, plan ET, and the BGA hall, and then click on the i3D and click open. When it brings it in, give it time. It's gonna might spin a minute or buffer, and then once you get this, you're gonna hit Control B as in boy, hold it down, left mouse click where you want it, left mouse click. Okay, and so obviously we're gonna have to move it over a little bit. So we're gonna click or hover over the blue arrow, left mouse click, and then drag it over, and we'll get on over here and get up here and see where we need to pull it to. I'm assuming, I'm not really sure where they had the lights or how close this was to everything else on the end game. I definitely don't want it too close, so I may drag it back a hair. I'm not sure. I'm thinking back. I don't care if it's right next to the light. I don't know. I'm thinking theirs is probably more like there or further back. The only way to really know would be to go in game and look and see where they put theirs, honestly. And we don't have to do it, like I said. You don't have to put it exactly where they did. Obviously, that one is probably needing to go that way. So, and then you can figure out which way to turn it, however you want to do it. I feel like that's just so close looking. Um, I want to show for reference. Let me go in game real quick and see, just for reference sake. It doesn't have to match. Like I said, you do not have to make it match. Alright, let's try to load it pretty quickly. And go on in. This time we're going to go in Elm Creek and jump straight there. Just look at that. It should show up and we can decide where we want to put it. Sometimes things look further away than they are, or they're, you know, it looks different in the Giants editor than it does in game. So I don't want to put it too close, but I also don't want to put it a mile away, which it wouldn't be exactly a mile, but you get the point. Alright, hurry up. Takes a minute. There we go. Almost there. We're just going to get some visual of it so we can jump out and see what we got here. Alright, hit escape and go to the place. I'll just pick this biomethane station. I think I've been calling it something else, but either way, that's what we put in there. So we're going to hit visit. And there's the hall. Let's go look, see where the light is. See, I was right. It's right next to it. Told you. I figured that's what they did. Alright. It just felt like it was so far over here. I was like, I don't know about that. Obviously, this road's narrower than maybe what I would do, but... And it's right on that edge. Okay. Well, that's what we'll do. And that gives you an idea, so we're going to go on and get out. And there we go. And that's if you're using everything existing and you don't care to make it all this other way with certain things. Now, obviously, on the rest of the map, it's going to look different. It's not going to be Elm Creek. But on the main areas, I'm not too concerned with that. So I'm not trying to make nothing custom right now at this point. So we're going to pull it over. Then we're going to slide it forward. We're going to get in where we can actually see what's going on. You notice anything missing? The concrete. So I'll show you. Let me see what we got here. Nope. The hard part is it's hard to see both. There we go. Alright, that part's good. Now let's get on down here. And I think it needs to move this way. No, don't go over there. Something like that. What? Get back over there. My mouse is stuck. There we go. Still not. We're gonna have to try to get our... The problem is you gotta get your... where you think you can see it, but then you got your problem of seeing the whole thing and trying to drag it over. So I think that's pretty good. I ain't gonna go too far. Let's go look over here. See how this one looks. Oh, gotta twist it. Alright, so let's twist it. That means the other side's gonna have to be moved too. So we're only gonna twist it. We ain't gonna twist it all the way. Well, oh, this side's got the concrete. What in the world? Are they out of their mind? Where's my concrete over here? Looks like something ain't right. Oh, I see. It's hiding. We'll have to lift it up, apparently. Yeah. I don't remember how high that concrete was, so we're not gonna get it perfect. We'll probably lift it up most of the way though. But you can see when I twisted it, it wasn't so good. It's kind of annoying. So we need to go about half. No, we don't want to go that far. Hey, calm down. It's hard to get the mouse to go where you want it to, so you just have to deal with it. Alright, let me see. I'm pretty sure we're way off. Oh, wait, they're way in the air. I think. Yeah. Wow. That's because we gotta make the ground a different way, obviously, but this is a pain. So if this one comes back, we'll just try to eyeball it and pitch it over there. And then drag it over. Okay. That's pretty close. We're going to bring this side down though, so this concrete will look different. We're just trying to get this right. It's kind of a pain though, I ain't gonna lie. That one don't have far to go. This one's pretty much on the money. So, almost. So, what do we need to do? Try it this way. Alright. Go over. And there you go. It's being a pain. We may, let me see. We'll try to eyeball it. That's what I'm trying to do. Get right here. Bring this up. Twist this. Come on, quit twisting so far. Alright, that's getting close. Still not there yet. Alright, let me go look at this side. I think we're off a little bit. Getting closer. Not too far off. We are getting closer. So I'm gonna just drag it over there. Let's see if I can. I think that ain't terrible. I think that's decent. It might not be up against it perfectly. We'll worry about the ground in a minute. We gotta line these little things up. That ain't too far off. Let me see. Obviously, we gotta slide it. Let's slide you over. Let me go see. That is so close. I think we're in a decent enough spot. I gotta check and see. I think I gotta move it just a little bit more. Just a little. There we go. I think that's pretty good. I'm gonna call it. I know it ain't perfect, but who's to say? Let me see. I think it's pretty close. This one's sliding too far though. I think I'm gonna make it go this way just a bit. Not that far. Come back. What are you doing? There's no in between. Alright. That's pretty close. We'll see. We shall see. Alright. So now we need to look over here or decide which side we're going to flatten. So I'm going to say we're going to flatten it to this side. Okay. So what we're going to do is leave it alone, click on the sculpt mode, go to replace on the left mouse button. We're going to roll this down a little bit. We're going to click it right here because it's what level I want. Control R as in Richard, and then we can start flattening this out to that level. We're going to click off of this, get over here, get over the center, like so. And then we're going to take and click back on sculpt mode, making sure we're on replace. We can make this a little bigger. Be careful where you're going. We already did work over here, so we don't want to flatten that. So stay over here, drag it over, and you can see it going down. And you can drag it over a little bit up here, but not all the way. And just get it down as far as you choose. I'm going to give us a room a bit behind it. Right there. We'll adjust it, don't worry. And go back and forth over it, because see, some of that needed to lift up. Did you see that go up over there? And some of it will go down. Okay, so we'll just go on and go some of this down. I want to be able to get around. Okay. And we will adjust that to those. We don't want to go all the way up there is what I'm trying to say. So we'll have to adjust that. But that should be enough of this in the center. I'm going to go on down, look. Alright. Now, we can lower it till it touches right at that green. You see the difference. It's going to go under that, okay? Right? You put it right down to that. Right about. That's pretty good. I like it. And just check your pole. See if you're happy with it. I think that's okay. It's actually in that building, just a hair there. But I don't know if I want to fuss with it. Because this side looks fair. It's hard to say. Oh, it needs to go that way. Let me go see what the other one looks like. On that side. Okay, so it could go. That's the problem. You would twist it, and then you have more issues to fight with. For now, on this episode, as a tutorial sake, I'm going to leave it alone. If I get stressed out about it, I will do it off screen, twisting this till I get it where I want it. Okay, so get yours where you want it. Don't go crazy. Just do the best you can. And it's okay that some of it goes underground. Just put it to where it needs to be, and you're all set. So now that we have that done, we can do one of two things. We can go ahead and look at we'll go ahead and look at the placeables so you know what you got to get. We got to get a line of placeables. So I'm going to click on D drive, Steam library, Steam apps, common, FS22, data, placeables, Plan ET, and BGA Hall. And then right here, we're going to get the placeables one, but I want to show you this BGA Hall XML. So when we go grab an XML out of the placeables folder, it's going to tell that line we grab is this, saying go look here right now in Farming Sim 22 data placeables Plan ET BGA Hall and BGA Hall XML document. It's going to tell it to come look at this. So that's what we're going to get when we go to the placeables XML. So I want to show you what it's going to do. It's going to look in here and say, hey, this is the name of the building. This is what it looks like. That's going to put that picture, it has it for the store, and it can or not, it could or could not show it in store depending on if it told it to. True, show it in the store, or false, don't show it in the store. And then you got your i3D. Well, it's going to call this file, says go look in that XML file. Then the XML file is going to say, hey, you need to go get this i3D. Okay? It's in data, placeables, Plan ET, BGA Hall, BGA Hall dot i3D. So it's going to go do it. and anything else it called. If it had any other I3Ds, it'd be here, and it would go get them. Okay, it don't have any, but it would go get them if it did. And you don't mess with any of this. This is the main game area, so leave it alone. Close it out. All right, minimize this. But we're gonna go back through Steam Library, Steam Apps, Common, FS22, Data, and Maps, Maps US, and we're gonna go to the Placeables XML document of the Map US one. And if you're working on a different one, like the Alpine map or the FR map, then do those. Right click, edit with Notepad++. See where we have the BGA hall? That's the line of information we need. Click at the end of it with your left mouse button, hold it down, drag it all the way to the beginning of the BGA hall line. Let go, right click on the highlighted area, hit copy, or click the left mouse button on copy, click off of it, and close it. Now, it's coming back to where I would need to work, but I'm not going to work from there. I'm going to take you to where you need to go. Documents, My Games, FS22, Mods, wherever your map is you're working on. The XML folder, Placeables, XML document. That's where you're going, wherever that is. Okay, if yours looks like this, like that, then go to Maps, Maps US, and it'll probably be somewhere in there. Wherever your Placeables XML folder is, go there. I'm going to go to XML folder, Placeables, right click, edit with Notepad++. Now I'm going to look at this and I'm going to pick, I want to be at the end of this one on this right here because it's the single lines. I don't want it to be in between any of this information or mess it up. So we're going to drag it over, click to the end of this one, right at the end, right there, and hit enter. I'm going to right click at the beginning of this blank line here and click paste. We're going to click in front of this Placeables and space it over till it matches. Click in front of the file name, space until it matches. You can drag this one back if you choose to with a backspace. It's up to you. If you want all these to line up, you can kick all these over to this one. It's up to you. Really don't matter. Honestly, we probably should do that. Alright, let's just do it. Line it up. Now, you gotta be careful what you're doing. But it really don't matter. You could just leave it all right where it is. You don't have to do this. It's a preference if you choose to do it. Okay? Because all of them's going to be a little different. Some of the lines are going to be longer than others. So you may, not want to fool with it. But see, it just kind of makes it look a little neater. And it's not obviously going to, you can adjust all these, whatever. Doesn't really matter. It's going to change when we put this one in here, so we'll wait on that one. But anyway, that's our line, and we're going to go get our numbers now, our position and our rotation, which is actually our translate and our rotate. Go back to the Giants editor, click on here. Make sure we got the main group, transform, main parent, right there. That's the parent. That's the children under it. We're going to make sure that's highlighted. We're going to come over here to Translate X area. At the end of the numbers, put the cursor, hit Shift, Control, and C, as in cat. We're going to go back to Notepad++. We're going to click after the quotation mark, but right before the numbers. And hold the left mouse button down, drag it over, and let go in between the quotation marks. On the line for the BGA hall, make sure you're on the right line. And then right click on the highlighted area and click paste. Okay? Now you can click on this rotation right in front of it and space it over to there. And then we're going to go on back to the Giants editor and click at the end of the rotate X where the number is at the very end of it. Hit Shift Control C as in cat. Go back to Notepad++. We can scroll over down here so we can see better. Make sure we're on the right line, BGA hall. And then we're going to click right here after the quotation in between the numbers or in the quotation, in between the quotation marks on all the numbers, right click and click paste. And now we can click save. And we are done. But I want to show you their store items. So we're going to go look and see. Okay, we're going to go back through D, Steam Library, Steam Apps, Common, FS22, Data, Maps, Maps US. Go down to store items, right click, edit with Notepad++. Now look around in here and tell me what you see. Do you see the BGA Hall in the store items? No. Look, 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 and just keep looking. Do you see it? No. So they didn't add it. Okay? So from my impression, we won't add it either. Okay? But in some instances, there's certain things that you may have to add, like if you do certain things. So it depends on what you're doing when you add and when you don't add. But a good rule of thumb is to look at theirs, and you can hopefully judge which ones need to be in there and which ones don't. Okay? So if it was the farmhouse, we would add a store items to our store items. If it was any of these, we would add it. Okay? But in this case, they don't have it. So we're not going to add it. But if for some reason, anytime you're working on something and you're running into problems and you can't see it in the game, and you know that you've checked every little thing that could possibly be checked everywhere else, and everything looks right, then add a store item line, take one of these, put the path of wherever that item is, wherever the XML is for it, in there for your store items that's in your main map. And then hopefully that fixes it and you can save it and whatever. But don't mess with any of this in here that's your main game, or you could delete something and cause your game not to work. So close this one out. This is just for you to grab something, copy, and get out. Okay? So we're going to close this down. Now we're done with that. We're going to go back to the Giants editor. And you got to do one of two things. You need to delete this building and hit save, or delete it and move your career start point to in front of it and hit save, or put it in the placeholders folder. And if you don't have a placeholders folder, then go back on my channel and you can see how to make one. I have a playlist so you can find where to do it. A video showing you how. Watch that, then come back, and then you'll have a placeholders folder like this. And then you can take this, make sure you got the whole parent, the main group. You can click on your middle mouse button, hold it down. While you're holding it down, hover over the placeholders till it highlights. Make sure it's highlighted. Let go. It'll put it in there. When it puts it in there, it's going to hide that BGA hall. So let me close all this so you can see. There. It's going to hide that. What do you mean hide it? It's going to hide it in the game. It's not going to see it in the game. Except for through the XML. So, if you go back to the XML of the BGA hall, okay, it will call this i3D and not the one you imported into your map. It's going to hide this one in the placeholders folder, is to hide all that stuff that's in it so that you only see this one, which is the one you told your map, your game, to go to this XML folder and call whatever's in there. And it said, and here it said, go call this. Okay? And it opens this one, not the one you have in your game or in your editor. So it hides it. But if you don't put it in the placeholders folder, you need to delete it and hit save. So it's your choice. If you don't have a placeholders folder, then you need to hit delete right now, and then move your career start point. Highlight career start point. Hit Control B as in boy. Left mouse click, and put that there. Turn it where the blue faces your thing if you want, and then hit save. And if you want it in the placeholders folder, then do what I said to put it in there, and then move your career start point and hit save. So we're gonna hit save, go in the game, and check it. Okay, I know that on several of the videos I explain all this, and you're like, oh, I done heard that on the other video, but somebody watching may be new and they ain't seen the other video. So I try to reiterate it sometimes. So we're going to get in the game, and I hope you enjoy. Hope I'm explaining it the best that I can. Please subscribe to the channel. It really helps the channel grow, and I appreciate it. We're growing quickly. And go ahead and share the video to your friends if they want to learn how to do map making, if they like this kind of thing. So we're going to go on in to the game. Make sure we go to our map right here and see what we got. See if we see the building. Now, obviously this building don't do anything, but look, we just look at it. We don't gotta, any triggers or anything like that. No doors, nothing like that. If you want to learn how to do stuff like that, I have some tutorials on buildings with doors, so you can do that. Just check back on the videos. And like I say, if I ever have any kind of mistakes or issues, I will delete the video and put a new one out with the correction. So, but try not to do that. Try not to post unless I'm prepared. So, shouldn't be a problem. But if there is, that's what I do. I don't want to put out anything that's incorrect. Alright, so there we go. Now, I didn't smooth that. I forgot to smooth it. Normally, I would smooth that. But we'll probably move this back over a little bit. We'll see. And we'll make this level here all the way level that way for our bunkers. And then this will come out a little further here. And then we'll smooth this right here, or we'll come up to that pole or that light. But you can see our light looks okay. The building looks okay. And we'll smooth all that, or we'll adjust it. So, but here's all this. We could have painted the concrete under here, but I didn't do it. But you could have, and you can see it looks fine. We got our building, and here's our other pole, which is not 100% perfect. It's a little bit in there, but like I say, I don't want to fuss with it. And anyway, if we don't, I didn't have to go that far back. I went a little extreme, and I got to flatten more of this, but that's the kind of stuff that you test in game for. And then I'm going to smooth all that out. So I don't know. We'll see how it looks. But I guess I'm going to call that an episode. But I hope that helped somebody. Hope you enjoyed. Please smash that like button. Subscribe. Turn on your notification bell if you want to receive a notification every time I post a video. Goodbye, everybody.